Hey guys, it's Pelly and I hope you had a great week. It's time for our weekly fashion rundown in our series, Fash Life. In this video, we're gonna discuss the Linda Evangelista cosmetic treatment disaster, top moments from Paris Fashion Week, how a protester crashed the Louis Vuitton runway, and Adele's November Vogue covers. Timestamp is below and let's jump right in. Linda Evangelista, who once infamously said she doesn't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day, is one of the most iconic and loved supermodels of all time. After going through a child support case during the early 2010s, the supermodel kept a low profile, away from the limelight in the fashion industry. But most recently, the supermodel took to her Instagram to shed some light on the reason why she stepped away from the runway. In the Instagram post that now has over 100,000 likes, she said, "To my followers who have wondered why I have not been working, while my peers' careers have been thriving, the reason is that I was brutally disfigured by Balenciaga's CoolSculpting procedure." Linda added that the procedure increased, not decreased, my fat cells and left me permanently deformed even after undergoing two painful, unsuccessful corrective surgeries. She also revealed that the treatment disaster that occurred during the mid-2010s has not only destroyed my livelihood, it sent me into a cycle of deep depression, profound sadness, and the lowest depth of self-loathing. On September 21st, 2021, the supermodel filed a $50 million product liability lawsuit against the cosmetic surgery company. So, what was the procedure? It's called cryolipolysis, and according to the company, it's a non-invasive, FDA-approved cosmetic procedure that reduces body fats by cooling the targeted areas and have been performed more than 8 million times. What happened to Linda is being called a rare complication. After opening up about her situation, the supermodel received support from fans and people in the fashion industry. Fellow supermodel Kristen Turlington commented, "You are love," and Amber Valletta applauded Linda for her courage. The situation has also opened up discussion about beauty standards for women in the fashion industry and society. So, what do you think about this whole story? For me, Linda Evangelista will always be legendary. Hearing the story honestly breaks my heart, just wondering everything she's been going through. You really don't know everything behind the scenes. I wish her luck with her case and hope it all goes smoothly. She will always be beautiful, iconic, and legendary no matter what. You know, when Fashion Month started a month ago with New York Fashion Week, I was doubting the return of fashion. A lot of my predictions were wrong and my expectations were not met, with everything feeling underwhelming. I was low-key afraid because I love the fashion month. But with how fast the trend cycle is these days, I really started to believe some people's theory on how there will no longer be a need for any sort of fashion month in the future. But Paris really proves, at least to me, why we need a fashion month, even if it's not for trends or whatever. Because things went down during this fashion week and fashion returned in the City of Lights. One of my favorite moments was seeing the return of legendary supermodels. Kate Moss, Amber Valletta, Kristen McCamley, and Shalom Harlow killed it on the Versace by Fendi runway. Then there was Nadège, Carla, and Naomi for Balmain. I also love how Balmain featured top models from the 2000s and present day, celebrating both the supermodels and the brand's legacy. Love it. Speaking of return, Chanel brought back a 90s style runway show complete with crazy photographers. So Chanel by Miss Virginie Viard hasn't received the best response from fans, and I saw this as her listening to the fans and giving them what they want. I love the runway idea, I love the sets, but I don't particularly like the directing for the models. It felt a little awkward, with some of the models lacking energy with the performance, and I really blame the music choice for that. If they were given something more upbeat and energetic, it would have gone perfect for it. But instead, the brand is going for a more sultry, sensual, cool girl who likes listening to whisper music. That being said, I still really enjoy this collection. I'm starting to get Virginie Viard direction, and I'm actually excited to see another collection. Wow, Cardi B took over Paris Fashion Week. As soon as she landed in the city, she just started trending, and rightfully so because she was serving all the looks, from Mugler to Schiaparelli to Richard Quinn to Balenciaga. This rap star is a fashion icon in the making. I am a huge fan of The Simpsons. Grew up watching it and still watch it from time to time, so when this collaboration between the animated series and Balenciaga was announced, I was beyond excited. There was a 10-minute long episode featuring the resident of Springfield gracing the Balenciaga catwalk in some of the brand's look. It was really entertaining and now has over 4 million views. The luxury fashion house also launched a fake red carpet event for the collaboration. This film festival premiere style red carpet was actually the brand's official runway show for its newest collection. I just think that is such a genius idea. It's a great way to challenge and evolve fashion presentation as a whole. It's already changing because of the pandemic. This was something new and exciting, and overall, my favorite moment from Paris Fashion Week. What is your favorite moment from this year Spring-Summer Fashion Month? It's not Fashion Week if there isn't some sort of protest. This fashion month ended with a bang, or rather a silent protest that made a lot of noise. A protester who managed to sneak into the Louvre, where Louis Vuitton was presented the latest collection, interrupted the fashion show carrying a large sign that read "Overconsumption equal extinction." The protester was quickly tackled and dragged off the runway by security guards, but it was too late. A number of journalists and influencers posted the crazy moment on their social media, making it go viral. A lot of people are applauding her courage and bravery, while some people question why she didn't go and protest the fast fashion shows or companies as well. There were also some people who thought this was all a part of the show, but it wasn't. One great thing came out of this protest. It really ignited a discussion about how polluting the fashion industry can be overall. But protesting in fashion is always tricky. People have the discussion, but then they move on and consume some sort of fashion that goes against everything. It's gonna be another protest that's gonna be forgotten. Because what's Fashion Week without a protest? What are your thoughts about this whole situation? Adele is back and she's got 2 Vogue covers with her. According to Vogue on Twitter, for the first time in history, British and US Vogue magazine share one cover star, Adele, making people think this is the first time anyone has graced the cover of the 2 magazines simultaneously. In all actuality, Cindy Crawford and Linda Evangelista have already done this. Rihanna actually was the first celebrity to do so, but her covers are considered a coincidence with the 2 magazines actually not acknowledging each other's releases. Apparently, this is the first time the 2 magazines team up to interview and cover one person, and that's what they were referring to. Vogue made it a big deal and caused a lot of confusion. I get that they were trying to create this big moment for Adele because she is a superstar, but still, they need to do better. Other than that, Adele looked amazing. The UK issue was shot by legendary photographer Steven Meisel, who really understood the assignment. The US photo shoot exudes this sort of timeless glamour, which is honestly perfect for Ms. Adele. This is how you return and make an impact. Well, that's it for this video. What are your thoughts on all of the stories? Please let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe for more fashion related videos. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you next week, and remember to keep living that Fash life. Bye!